So welcome everybody. It's great to be here. I see familiar faces and faces that I haven't seen before, which is all good. The title of my presentation today is Diversity and How Important It Is to Businesses in Rural Newfoundland. I myself am a Bay girl. From the Bay, born and raised, and I've done different stints in and out of Newfoundland, but I've always been based out of rural Newfoundland. I live in Springdale and I work on the Baver Peninsula at Firefly Metals. The success of any business is in large part determined by the work completed by its workforce. As you will see here, this is a very diverse group of individuals. This is 6 students that we had this past spring and summer. A great group of students. They worked it very well. 2 of these students decided to come back and work with us part-time, and 1 is considering coming back with us in the new year and work, which is extremely good for us, and it will be good for them as well. It'll be a good experience. Business in rural Newfoundland right now are struggling to attract and retain people. Hang on, now let me see. The big green one. Okay. We understand that, businesses are struggling in rural Newfoundland, and just this past week I went to one of the banks or the only bank in Baver, and they were closed for lunch. I went back an hour later and they said we're very sorry, but we don't have enough staff. Everyone is struggling to attract and retain people, no matter what their size. We understand that there are other aspects we need to look at, such as automation, technology, etc. However, in the end, we still need people. No matter how much innovative technology we use, we will still need people to do the work, especially in an industry such as ours. If we do not come up with some ways to attract people to our rural areas, sadly, some businesses and towns just might not succeed. Slowly, each town will disappear. This is why it's so important in a rural area for everyone to be on board with not only a diverse workforce, but a diverse community. Having a diverse community will help solidify the success of a diverse workforce. For these businesses, diversity will be their only means of success. It will give them the ability to operate. It will provide the lifeline that they so desperately require to remain operating. For a diverse group of people to succeed and thrive together, everyone needs to be understanding of each other, provide support where support is needed, and we need to be sure we educate those around us so that we all understand that it's okay to be different. We need to develop empathy, tolerance, and respect. We need to make sure that there are positive interactions where people are encouraged to be who they are, who they want to be, and not ridiculed or made stand out because of their differences. Everyone needs to understand that each individual is unique and has their differences, and that it's okay. A diverse workforce requires exploration of these differences in a positive environment. It's about understanding each other and embracing the richness of diversity contained within each individual. It's about including everyone. To have a diverse workforce, a company will have to consider all people. Local people in the area, untrained people, all genders, women, even women who work in a different industry, even women who are not currently working, people of all religions, people of all sexual orientations, people from other areas of the province, from outside the province, from outside the country. The list goes on. They will have to consider everyone. Once they get the diverse group of people to work within their companies, no matter how big or small, they need to succeed and achieve long-term success. In a rural area, to build a diverse workforce, we cannot just look at the business and say the business is totally responsible. They will recruit the people. They will work with the people to provide good workplaces and provide good opportunities for the people they hire to succeed, but it must be a holistic approach across businesses and community. Each case is different, of course, but in most cases, the towns must be on board. They need to support and provide a great town for the people to live in, with proper infrastructure and services required to make people want to stay and work there. Both the federal and provincial governments must be involved. They need to provide support for the businesses and the towns to help them develop and grow through funding, permitting programs, easier immigration process, things like that. They need to be on board with. Academia will also need to be involved. They will need to work with the business to offer the training. Other businesses outside mining must also be involved, which might surprise people, but they need to support the families that come to the area to work, or to support the families that are already there. It could be in the form of workforce, spouse, other services required to help the people succeed, like daycare, groceries, gas stations, all the services required in a small, rural, busy town. We all play an important part. The success of businesses in rural towns, they depend on it. All you have to do is look around small towns in the province. Birth rates are going down, populations are aging, death rates are increasing, rural towns are shrinking. We must look at different ways to increase the population and keep the ones we have. Local businesses must be able to incorporate the people currently living in the towns, as well as bring in new people. I know some people think the answer is a fly-in and fly-out workforce, and of course, they'll indeed be a part of it. However, it's much better for the businesses and the communities in which it operates if the person works and lives near the business. From experience of working for the past 15 years with fly-in and fly-out workers, and being a fly-in and fly-out worker myself, I can tell you the more satisfied worker is the one who is home every night with his family and can sleep in his own bed. You will get the odd person. Sometimes we got people who really like fly-in and fly-out, but for the vast majority, most people would prefer to be home in their own beds and work local. There are many ways we can be diverse and be successful. It has to be a collaborative approach, as I said before. First, we must lessen the out-migration in our communities. Utilize the people we have. Utilize the people we have. Provide the services and the facilities in the town, as I said before. Create excitement and positivity to make people feel secure where they live and work. Provide opportunities for people living in communities to work in the industry if they choose, even if they don't have the education and the background. That will require training, a commitment by businesses and by academia. Include people from underrepresented groups, such as women, in the efforts. From experience, women tend to stay. They stay where their children are. They prefer to be home in their own bed every night. There's a known fact that they look after equipment well. Be prepared to train them and empower them to be who they want to be. Second, encourage new people to move in from within Newfoundland and Canada. This has to be a collaborative approach from all stakeholders. Once again, create opportunities, places to live, services, facilities. Make sure to create a community and a workplace where all people thrive and are included, no matter who they are or where they are from. And third, bring in people from outside the country to work in our businesses and reside in our towns. This also must be a joint effort. Everyone must be involved. Everyone has to welcome the people. They need to be welcomed treated as same as if they were your own. Of course, as I'll say it again, because we will require fly-in and fly-out workers, they will also be a piece of the puzzle. They will be required to fill in the gaps, and especially those hard-to-fill positions. They will be a very important part of our community as well. All these together will help build a strong, diverse workforce capable of working together, focused on positive outcomes for the business. I think I went back there. Diversity means a community of empowered people, no matter what their differences are. Empowered women who can work and live on their own should they choose. A community of people from all different countries who can work and live and thrive locally. Diversity means a community within a business within a community, a business with inclusion, superior engagement and retention, a business full of employees that are inspired to achieve their full potential, a group of people that will be less likely to seek out other opportunities and leave your company and your community. To conclude, the question is, what is the importance of diversity to the success of a business in rural areas? It will be a means of survival for not only the business, but it will also mean survival for rural Newfoundland.
Thank you, Bonnie. Some very inspiring and powerful